the sensible heat gain, we have your thermal transmission. This refers to heat gain or heat transfer through the structure due to temperature difference from high temperature to low temperature. So if we have a wall, so I have here a sectional view of our wall. Mostly we have here in the Philippines, so yung mga bahay natin were made of this is CHP. That's one, that is concrete, concrete hollow blocks. So that yun yung CHP. Now ang CHB, mostly sizes that we have in the market are mostly kasi ang kinukuha, we have the sizes of not size, the thickness, usually not the size. So we have the 4 inches and 6 inches. So that is mostly na ginagamit pag interior walls. So that is yung paikot ng bahay. So ginagamit dyan, that is 6 inches. But for the division, mostly division na ng mga bahay, ginagamit is 4 inches. Now we have here sa labas, ito yung parang surface na ito, we called it the outside film. Outside film or outside air film pala. So that is outside air film with separating yung wall and a portion of thin layer of air in this part. So we have also here the temperature outside, so that is yung exposed to the environment. Then we have your temperature inside, which is yung sa loob ng building. Then we have also here inside, no? Inside air film naman sa loob. Then the heat flows usually from our physics. So the heat flows is from going from hotter body, so the hotter body hotter to a cooler body. Okay, so starting from here, flowing here, then you have your Q. Now remembering from our heat transfer, no? So we have your formula, which is your Q is equal to your U A delta T, where your U, so that will be the overall. Let's start with this one muna. So this is the change in temperature, no? So the change in temperature can be change in temperature is degrees Celsius, or we have kung ganun gamitin yung SI o yung English, we have your degrees Fahrenheit. Then we have next is yung A is surface area. Surface area, so can be expressed in square meter or square feet units. Then we have your U, so usually your U is the overall heat transfer coefficient. So the overall heat transfer coefficient, which the units will be watts per square meter degree Kelvin. Okay. Where our U is equal to your 1 over your RT, where your RT is the call it thermal resistance. thermal resistance that is expressed in degree Kelvin per watts. Okay. So this is for a simple wall construction, no? Simple wall construction. Now for composite walls, magkakaiba siya. Okay, we have here the outside air film. We have your temperature outside, then you have your temperature din sa loob. Then we have the material, non-homogeneous material. Then we have material 1. Then you have your material 2, the corresponding thickness, no? And we have airspace, okay, in between, no? So form of tawag dito, insulating the space. Mayroong mga airspace. So kagandahan yan, you will notice that one as you go along with the computation of your heat transfer. Mapapansin nyo, if you have your airspace sa walls, there is a airspace in between, so that provides a form of call this it provides a lower heat transfer, no? You will notice that as you go along. Then we have the equation for this one, which is your U overall, so that will be your 1 over your total resistance, which is equal to the fraction of the total 1 over your resistance and conductance that provided by each properties of material. Then we have here, so you have here your coefficient. So for the outside air film, then plus 1 over your conductance, which is this one, then plus your thickness, which is x sub 1 over k sub 1, then plus 1 over your airspace that we have, then plus your x sub 2, which is your material, divided by the k sub 2. Then we have plus also the inside air film that is allowed. We have your f sub 1, f sub I. Okay. So we have the value of the overall coefficients of the transfer. We for the definition, for my definition, we have your inside yung f sub O and f sub I, the inside and outside air film coefficient, and according to the convection and radiation, where the units is that will be watts, no? Watts per square meter Kelvin, degree Kelvin. Then for the case of 1 and case of 2, the conductance of materials 1 and 2 where is expressed in the units of watt Kelvin per square meter. Then we have your C is for the conductance of non-homogeneous materials from surface to surface, that will be watt per square meter. Then we have your A, that will be the heat transmission from the surface across an area, space, convection, conduction, and the radiation, that will be watt square meter then Kelvin. So that defines our equation, no, for this one. Now the values of U, R, and F, and the value of A can be obtained from any of the following tables. Can be found the table 4-4, that will be page 68 of 69, the Stoker and Jones of the refrigeration and air conditioning. You can also refer to the table 74 of the MRII tables in charts. And also the table of MRII, table page 68 and 69. And also you can refer to the ASHRAE tables. They have different varieties of reference. So any versions of ASHRAE, you can find it in the ASHRAE fundamentals. So nandoon lahat kung what type of material that most ginagamit, no? Okay. But in the Philippines, we are only using mostly, no? Ginagamit lang natin is plaster cement. When we say plaster cement, so layman's term yan, yung mga construction worker is yung tinatawag natin na palitada. Okay? So that is the plaster cement. So yun yung sa English. And we have next is the CHB. So kasi mostly kasi diba we have here, so ito pa plaster cement yan, portion ito. Then you have yung CHB, yung concrete hull blocks. Then ipa-plaster na naman ito ulit. Okay, so hindi na natin siguro isasama yung paint dyan because napakanipis naman, mostly ito lang naman makakapal dyan, no? We have your thickness ng plaster, then thickness of your another plaster dun sa loob, then we have your CHP dun sa pagitan. Yan. So this is the typical na meron tayo dito sa Pilipinas, palagi itong ginagamit. Ganito ang typical mostly lahat ng construction. But nowadays mayroong mga lumalabas yung which is yung tinatawag na autoclave aerated blocks, which is light density, magaan siya, madali kabit, and also it has greater thermal resistance, so mahina ang pag-transfer ng heat from one side to another. So yun lang, high cost, so medyo mahal siya compared to CHB. And ang kagandahan sa kanya, lightweight, mano siya sa mataas ang kanyang tolerable to thermal conduction. So yun ang advantages niya. And mga lightweight siya. So mapapansin niyo lahat, if you'll notice, no class, mostly lahat ng mga materials na which is lightweight, magaan, they have the characteristic of low thermal conductivity, or we call low thermal conductivity and a high thermal low thermal conductivity or conductance, and they have a higher thermal resistance. So mapapansin nyo yung mga lightweight na for example styrofoam, okay, and also other insulating materials. So mapapansin mo lahat ng if you will notice, no, if you will be going into practice, yung lahat ng insulation material na ginagamit natin sa building or other in industrial, no, you will notice it yung magaan siya, and once it magaan, so you have the thermal conductivity which is also mababa. Okay. We have the section ng wall. So we have your outside air film, and we have your temperature outside. So we have your face brick, so thickness niya, which is 90 mm. Then afterwards, we have your airspace. Okay. Then next we have your sheeting fiberboard. Then next we have the insulation mineral fiber, so that will be 75 mm. Then you have your airspace. Okay. Then finally we have the gypsum board. Then you have also with the corresponding inside air film. And you have here the temperature inside, which is equal to 24 degrees Celsius. Then so yung kanina, this is only the sectional view. So this is the sectional part ng wall. So we just only take a portion of section. So if you're going to slice the wall, so ito yung makikita natin. Okay. Now we have the wall given as 12 meters, no? The length of 12 meters and a height of 6 meters. Then it has a window. So this is, let's name this is a window, no? So it has a window, and that will be, yung haba is 2.0 meters by that will be 1.5 meters yung height niya. Then the rest is bricks. Okay, so we have now the rest is the bricks. So for that solution, for the heat transmitted, we have your Q, usually we have, so Q total, or the heat transmitted total, that will be equal to your heat gain through the wall. So we have your Q of the wall, no? Then plus yung Q ng glass. Because we have two materials na nandoon. Now, for the properties ng materials, we have the outside air film during heating season. For the heating season, we have 0.0290. Then we have the properties for the face brake, which is 90 mm. That will be 0.0684. Then we have your airspace, that will be 0.1700. Then we have your sheeting, 13 mm fiber board, that will be 0.23. Then for insulating material, we have a higher thermal resistance, that will be 1.94 compared sa iba. Then we have the airspace, that will be 0.17, and we have the gypsum board. This is 15 mm, which have a thermal resistance of 0.08. Then lastly, we have your inside air film, and has a thermal resistance of 0.112. So now we need to total ng value. We have the total thermal resistance, which is equivalent to 2.8, okay, 0.74. So that will be meter squared, Kelvin, and watts. So that is the summation ng values natin, no? So summation ng whole values ng itong lahat. Okay, so that is point nito, yan. So that is the summation. Then we have that value of 2.8074. So that will be the total resistance. Now we're going to do, we need to solve for the wall area. Since ang kailangan lang naman natin for the properties of that one nito is this portion lang. Okay, so we have a window which is 2 meters by 1.5. So ito lang naman ang kailangan natin, which is yung bricks with has a insulation properties yung nandoon. Okay, so usually this is a review from your solid measuration, no? So that will be the area of the wall. So that will become your 12 meter times your 6 meter. That will be minus ng size ng window, that will be 1.5 meter times the 2 meters, which is equal to 69 square meter yung value. So let's solve the Q natin, no? The Q total doon. Not Q of the wall pala, sorry. Not total pa. So we have your Q of the wall, which is equal to UA overall coefficient, heat transfer times the area, wall area, that will be the W, times the change in temperature. Or this can be expressed as yung value na U, that will be 1 over your RT times your area times the change in temperature. So we have the Q of your wall, so that will be area, that will be 69 square meter, 69 square meter, and divided by the R total, that will be 2.8074. So we have the units of meter squared. Okay, that will be meter squared, degree Kelvin, so this is watts, then times the change in temperature, no? Then the change in temperature, we have 32 degrees Celsius plus 273 conversion from your Kelvin, no? Then minus we have 24 degrees Celsius plus 273 to convert it in Kelvin. Then using your calculator, we have the value of your wall, which is 196. So we have 996 watts, 0.62, that will be in watts. So we have the value of the heat transfer of the wall. So this is for the wall, no? Okay. So let's proceed to the heat transmit through the window, and using again for the glass heat transfer, we will be using the UA for the area of the glass, G, and we have the change in temperature multiplied with the change in temperature. Now for the U of the glass, pwede nyo kunin yan from the table for the table for the spore, page 64 of the for single glass of the Stoker book. We have the value of 5.9 watts per square meter Kelvin. Now substituting it to the equation, we have the Q of the glass, which is equal to 5.9, that will be watts per square meter by the Kelvin, then multiply by your area, where your area of the window, that will be 1.5 meter times 2.0 meter, then multiply by the change in temperature, so that will be 32 plus 273 Kelvin minus 24 plus 273 Kelvin. This is Kelvin. Okay, so cancel out units. So this is under pala, so this is sa ilalim ito siya. So let's erase this one. Okay, so this is watts, so cancel out in Kelvin, we cancel out to square meter. Okay, so we have the Q over the glass is equal to, then we have the Q of glass, which is equal to 141.6, that would be in terms of watts, no? Now going back to the equation kanina, that we have your Q wall plus Q glass, so to get the total, no? So we have the Q total, Q of glass plus the Q of the wall. So we have the Q total, which is now equal to the Q of the glass, which is 141.6, that will be watts, plus Q of the wall, which is 196.62 watts. Then finally we have the value of the Q total. Using your calculator, we can hit now the total value of 338.22 watts. So we have now the conduction heat transfer now for the wall that we have. Okay, so taking the overview now. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, so let's do some recap. So you have the properties of the wall given in the problem. So the same also yung magkakaroon sa inyo, that will be having properties, no? So we have the surface area of the wall, no? So ito yung surface area ng wall natin, which is 12 meter by 6 meter. So this is only the sectional view that we have. Then we have your window, and that is 2 meters by 1.5. So the Q of the wall, the heat transfer to this wall, so we have the Q total, where Q of the wall plus Q of the glass. Okay, so mapapansin nyo, if you increase the properties ng wall, or if you will put an insulation, yung heat transfer niya is yung heat transfer niya is mababa. Compare kung yung properties ng wall natin, yung wall do not have an insulation or other airspace or isolation space, yung heat transfer niya is mataas. Okay, so separating, since magkaiba tayo ng properties ng wall at ng glass, so we separate the heat transfer of the wall and the glass. So we can do that one by separating, subtracting the value of the wall, then using your equation, the heat transfer, UA delta T. So we can get that the heat transfer of the wall is 196 watts. Okay, and for the heat transfer to the window glass, so we can get also the U value. So from the table for the score from single glass with Stoker, no, we have the 5.9, then multiplying with the area and the change in temperature, finally we have the value of 141.6. So using the equation kanina, that the Q total, the Q glass plus the Q of the wall, so summing up, so we have the total of 338.22 watts. And also take note the properties nito that we have here that I use. So this is all from the ginamit ko from the Stoker book. Okay, and the values from the Stoker book you can refer to the table 4-4, and that will be page 68 to 69 of the Stoker. Okay, so take note, so lalahat yun yung mga properties na kailangan natin, so mga constant, so please indicate kung saan yung kinuha yan. So I will be checking that one, so saan kinuha, just only to make sure that yung mga properties na pinalalagay nyo is coming from legit source. So hindi pinachamba-chambahan, but it has galing sa aklat, which is legit. So yun ang pinaka-importante, so para hindi malayo yung computation nyo. So okay, so that's it. So madali lang naman siya. So it's a small review from the heat transfer subject natin, that is already lahat naman nakapag-take-in ng heat transfer subject. Okay, so hindi naman siya totally complicated. compared to the solar. Later on, next will be tackled on that one for the solar load. Okay.